This tiny, wrinkled jewel was once a bursting, juicy grape. It underwent a radical collapse to become a flavor powerhouse. Is it a gift of the sun or a machine? Have you ever held a handful of raisins and truly thought about the radical transformation they represent? It's actually a bit wild. Each started as a plump, translucent grape. But somewhere between the vineyard and your kitchen, that fruit underwent a total collapse. This journey is older than refrigeration or electricity, yet it is still deeply entwined with the cutting-edge technology of 2026. It makes you wonder, are these raisins still basking under the sun? Or are they the high-tech output of machines? The reality is much more fascinating than a simple answer. Every great raisin story begins with a specific character, the grape. In commercial production, there is one undisputed champion, the Thompson seedless. This variety traces its lineage to the ancient Sultana grape. Originating from the eastern Mediterranean, this pale green fruit has two superpowers. It has 0 seeds and high natural sugar levels. That sugar concentration is the secret to drying. Drying works by removing water while locking in that intense sweetness. Not every grape has the genetic backbone to handle this intense physical transformation without falling apart. But the Thompson does. But even the perfect grape needs the right office. In the U.S., over 90% of raisins hail from California's Central Valley. Why there? Because the region offers a natural atmospheric oven with long summers, 0 rainfall, and very low humidity. Without that precise climate balance, traditional sun drying would be an incredibly risky gamble rather than a reliable, massive industry. The action kicks off in late summer. Growers measure sweetness in degrees Brix to hit that perfect Goldilocks timing. Harvest too early, and your raisins taste flat. Wait too long, and the fruit risks spoiling or drying unevenly. Depending on the size of the vineyard, these grapes are either picked by hand or harvested by specialized machinery. And that is when the true metamorphosis begins. The classic method is sun drying, a technique fundamentally unchanged for centuries. Grapes are laid out on paper trays in drying lanes. Under the vast sky, they sit for 2 to 3 weeks. Day after day, the sun's energy coaxes the moisture out. As water exits, sugars concentrate and complex compounds change. This is why the color deepens into those familiar amber or dark brown tones. It's nature's own slow cooker at work. However, this is not a set-it-and-forget-it process. It requires constant, almost motherly attention from the workers. If the night air gets damp, trays must be folded. An unexpected rainstorm is the ultimate nightmare, triggering mold. Sun drying is simple, but at the mercy of weather. Its unpredictability led producers to look for a high-tech Plan B. This is where modern controlled dehydration comes in. Grapes are washed and moved into massive, climate-controlled dehydration tunnels. Here, heated air circulates at surgical temperatures. Producers can turn a fresh grape into a raisin in just 24 hours. That speed is a commercial game-changer. The final product is remarkably uniform, exactly what industrial bakeries and cereal brands crave. The trade-off? It takes a lot of electricity and serious infrastructure, making it more expensive than letting the sun work. Because both methods have pros and cons, the industry settled on a partnership. It's not a war, it's collaboration. But the story doesn't end once the grape is dry. At the plant, raisins go through a high-tech gauntlet of cleaning. First, they're stripped of debris. Then they get a thorough wash to remove dust and any sticky residual sugars. The coolest part? Optical sorting machines. Equipped with high-speed cameras and lasers, they scan every single raisin in milliseconds. If a raisin is discolored or doesn't meet the beauty standard, it's blasted out of the line by compressed air. Finally, they're packaged into everything from tiny snack boxes for kids to massive industrial containers for global food production. Some get a light mist of oil to keep them from clumping together, while others are left completely natural. Sun-dried raisins have richer, caramelized notes because of long exposure. Machine-dried ones are often firmer and more consistent. But regardless of how they got there, both versions are packed with essential fiber, iron, and potassium for your health. On a global scale, we're talking about a massive operation. California alone pumps out over 200,000 tons annually. It's a global stage with Turkey, Iran, and China leading the charge as major exporters in this sweet industry. Next time you're snacking on a few raisins, take a second to appreciate the quiet complexity of it all. It's a perfect blend of sunlight, chemistry, agricultural grit, and modern engineering working together for one tiny snack. Are they sun-dried or machine-made? The answer is yes. Both worlds contribute to that sweetness you enjoy. This balance is exactly why this humble fruit has stayed a staple of the human diet for thousands of years. Nature and technology dance together to create something timeless. It's the extraordinary story hidden in the ordinary. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your ideas for our next deep dive below. Stay curious, take care of yourself, and see you in the next extraordinary story. Bye for now.